Brian, well, a lot has been happening in this campaign. It's been very dramatic, and there's been a lot of ups and downs in the polls recently. But this morning, Quinnipiac came out with numbers saying that Clinton was ahead of Trump by 47% to 42%. Now, it's important to notice that on September 26th, Quinnipiac's poll came out saying that there was only a 1% difference between the two. Clinton was still ahead in this poll. This past week, there's been a lot of controversy with Clinton. More emails have been released. This time, her campaign chair was, emails from her campaign chair were released saying that upwards of $1.5 million were paid to Clinton for her Wall Street speeches. The FBI has also released 100 more pages of her emails. Now, last week, allegations of a quid pro quo against Clinton was going to be in effect, but the FBI has denied this. Now, on Trump's side, about a week after the video of him speaking in vulgar language about women, over a dozen women have come forward to accuse Donald Trump of sexual assault. Donald Trump has either denied or refused to comment on all of these cases. He has also been saying recently that he thinks that the campaign is rigged. Now, again, Trump is trailing behind Clinton by 5 points. Gary Johnson and Jill Stein are far behind with 7% and 2% of the votes. The final debate is this Wednesday. You can catch it live on Q30 television. Election Day is just a few weeks away on November 8th. Live at Quinnipiac, I'm Anna Sackle for Q30 News.
Time also reports a continuing
Brian, we are here in the home stretch with only a few weeks away from the presidential election. Right now, the latest poll shows Clinton at 47% with a lead against Trump, who's only at 42%. Both candidates obviously have been plagued with issues over the past few weeks, and most recently, Trump has been accused by close to a dozen women of sexual misconduct. His campaign has denied those claims. He's also on his own been claiming that the campaign itself is rigged. Hillary has had her own issues. She is still dealing with that email scandal. WikiLeaks has continued to be releasing emails lately with Podesta, her campaign manager's emails, showing that she has had almost 3 paid speech. According to CNN, she's collected $1.8 million for those speeches. Those have not been in her favor since they were for Wall Street. Right now, the latest polls are showing that they are tight within Nevada, North Carolina, and Ohio. Obviously, some important states in there. The independent candidates, they are trailing far behind. Gary Johnson has only 7% at the polls, and Jill Stein with 2%. It is showing, however, that Trump is doing much better with independent voters and has a little bit of a lead over Clinton. The upcoming next debate will be Wednesday, October 19th. You can follow us with the latest coverage here at Q30television.com.
Brian, the latest Quinnipiac poll has been released, and it shows that Hillary Clinton is in favor with the American voters. She is at 47%. Donald Trump is followed closely at 42%. And then third-party candidates Gary Johnson and Jill Stein are at less than 10%. And Brian, this all comes on the eve of some major controversy involving both candidates. First, let's start with Donald Trump. About 2 weeks ago, that video interview with Billy Bush of Access Hollywood was leaked. That interview happened 10 years ago. In the video, Trump and Bush were having a conversation in which Trump was making lewd comments about women. And just as recently as this week, there have been numerous, close to a dozen sexual assault allegations made against Donald Trump. And Brian, yesterday, Donald Trump actually came out and said, quote unquote, that he is the victim in all of this going on controversy surrounding that video. Now let's move along to the Democratic side and Hillary Clinton. This past week, WikiLeaks released 50,000 emails, said that they have 50,000 emails from campaign chair John Podesta. They actually released some emails involving Hillary Clinton's financial standing, and and $1.6 billion that were paid to her to make speeches to Goldman Sachs on Wall Street. And Brian, Clinton is currently leading these battleground states. She's currently in the lead in 13 out of 14 of these states. She's in the lead in Ohio, Pennsylvania, and Florida. And Brian, since 1988, a presidential candidate has won 2 out of 3 of these states has gone on to win the election. The final presidential debate is this Wednesday, and Election Day is just over 3 weeks away on November 8th. You can follow us on our website at Q30 Television for all of our election coverage. Reporting live in Quinnipiac, Andrew Badillo, Q30 News.